Blue collar, white collar, black professors, white scholars, politicians, Dalai Lamas. Everybody in the whole wide world need hope if I be honest. I'm in that number.
Hey, welcome to the Raw Report. I'm your host, Robert Bob TV Brown. Newsweek says Iran says Trump fanning flames of war with new Syria force.
Teröristlerin üniformalarındaki işaretlerinizi söküp alın ki teröristlerle birlikte olanları da toprağa gömmek mecburiyetinde biz kalmayalım. Türk Silahlı Kuvvetlerimiz en kısa sürede Afrin ve Münbiş meselesini Allah'ın izniyle halledecektir. Hazırlıklarımız tamamlanmıştır. Harekat her an başlayabilir. Şimdi artık Amerika ülkemiz sınırları boyunca bir terör ordusunu kurduğunu ikrar etmiştir. Bize düşen de bu terör ordusunu daha doğmadan boğmaktır. Fikimiz dediğimiz bir ülke tüm itirazlarımıza, tüm ikazlarımıza, tüm iyi niyetli telkinlerimize rağmen sınırlarımız boyunca bir terör ordusu kurmakta ısrar ediyor. Türkiye sınırı boyunca kurulacak bir terör yapılanmasının Türkiye'den başka bir hedefi olabilir mi?
Turkey seeks to prevent a contagious Kurdish state along its southern border for security reasons. So the news of a 30,000 strong military border force angered Erdogan and preparations for a military incursion into northern Syria already complete, he said. Ankara had hoped that Washington would pull its support for the Syrian Kurds, which it had armed in the fight against ISIS. Turkey has condemned the forces outright, with the plan dealing a blow to relations between the NATO allies. A country we call an ally is insulting on forming a terror army on our borders, Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan said in an Ankara speech on Monday. What can the terror army target but Turkey? Our mission is to strangle it before it's even born. He told the U.S., your insignia off the uniforms of terrorists, so we do not have to bury them in the ground with terrorists. But we got to do something to protect the Kurdish Arab coalition. It's still Assad's country. And he's doing a good job pushing back out ISIS without any help. You're still trying to ease your way in and cram your way in to take over that country, throw Assad out, put a pipeline all the way across Syria so Russia won't get the oil, but America can get the oil. Again, I'm tired of this modern day colonial imperialism to rape Northeast Africa and the Middle East of all their resources. Greedy! America's always sticking their nose in this mess, using our tax dollars. The U.S.-led coalition worked with the Syrian Democratic Force, made up of the Kurdish People Protecting Units, YPG militants, and Arab militants, defeat ISIS in Raqqa. And yet, it's the same time we're going to give these people same old cookie-cutter crap. We're going to give these people the ability to get arms, fight these people, and next thing you know, they're going to turn them arms on us. We're going to end up taking that beautiful cradle of civilization, despite whether he's horrible or not, Assad. The place is beautiful. It is not a SHIT whole country. But once we get in there and mess it up, bomb everything like we're doing now, we're making the SHIT whole country every day by bombing that place and sticking our nose in a place where we don't need to be. Syria never did nothing to us. Iraq never did nothing to us. Afghanistan never did nothing to us. Iran haven't done nothing to us. We just want to be the bully, and we want to have everything that we need to show our strong powers, our muscles, and make everybody bow down to us. Now, Washington, of course Washington, is working with the SDF, the Syrian Democratic Forces, again, a rebel force. We got a real good history with rebel forces. made up of the Kurdish people to create the force to secure territory along the northern Syria border in Turkey. And then yet we're going to try to use these people to try to push Assad out in the next few years. Every state actor involved in the Syrian conflict, bar the United States, has moved to denounce the plan. The United States announcement of a new border force in Syria is an obvious interference in the internal affairs of this country. In other words, they're saying, mind your doggone business, United States. Mind your business. Take care of your own. You got people in your own state that's struggling. I got to do something to get that oil. The U.S. announcements of a new border force in Syria is an obvious interference in the internal affairs of this country. Foreign Minister spokesman Bahram Qasimi was quoted as saying by state news agency IRNA, he said all U.S. troops should leave the country. He is saying all the U.S. forces should leave the country. Why? Because right now the world thinks America is the problem when it comes to world peace. We butt our nose and stick our business in any place that we can. Trying to be greedy nabbers and stealing from those people in those areas. It is a clear intervention in the United States' internal affairs of other country and make the Syrian crisis more complicated. Let me read that again. It is clear intervention of the U.S. in internal affairs of other countries and make the Syrian crisis more complicated. It creates more instability and fans the flames in this country, Qasimi added. Russia, too, said the U.S. move was unilateral and risked further conflict in the country ravaged by war between the regime of President Bashar al-Assad, moderate rebels, and jihadist faction. In other words, they're saying us funding these people are destabilizing these areas and we need to stop. Iran and Russia both have a presence in Syria at the request of the Syrian government. At the request of the Syrian government, Iran and Russia have their place there. But we need to have our place everywhere. It's for American interests. Most Americans are not interested in that, Doc. We got our own things over here. Both Tehran and Moscow says their boots on the ground are legitimate because of the request from a sovereign state actor, whereas the U.S. had not received permission from Damascus. In other words, they want us here. They requested us here. They did not request the U.S., so U.S. mind your doggone business. The U.S. has several thousand troops operating in Syria. They never asked for that. We just going to bring them there. Division, hatred, resentment, separation, war with Iraq, nuclear war with North Korea. Iran says Trump fanning flames of war with new Syrian force. Iran has condemned the United States' plan to create a 30,000 strong force inside Syria to protect territory held by the Kurdish Arab coalition to help oust the Islamic State militant group ISIS for the most of northeastern Syria. Now let me stop there. Putin and Assad already doing a good job with pushing out ISIS. They don't need your help. Why are you going in there? Mind your own business, America. Leave this stuff alone. They got this. It's their country. They're fighting ISIS. They don't need you. Hey, thank you for watching the webcast. By all means, make sure you like, subscribe, and share these videos. Go to YouTube right now and hit the notification button and hit the subscribe. And if you're interested in supporting the channel, by all means, there's a Patreon link. I will put a PayPal link, and the money toward that goes toward equipment, things like that. And last but not least, make sure you look at two sections down below. One is called Get to Know LS, the membership. The other one is Get to Know LS, the opportunity. What do you mean LS? LS is a program that called Legal Shield that I am an independent representative of. It has not, that company has nothing to do with my views. I fell in love with this program about a decade ago. I've been doing this for over a decade, offering the services to people to benefit and connecting people to the services, putting them in a position where equal justice under the law is not just on the Supreme Court building. It is actually becoming a reality in their lives by having this memberships. And with this organization, not only will you be able to know about your rights in a certain area, but you'll know about how to exert and execute your right with the power of attorney, top-rated attorney, backing you no matter where you go, without worrying about all this money coming out your pocket and things like that. So get to know LS, the member, financially. You can help contribute to this program by becoming a member. Some of the proceeds of being a member of LS goes toward Freedom on Fire and the Rob Report. I'm Robert Bob TV Brown. I thank you for being a huge support to what we do here. I'll talk to you soon. Peace.